What's up to all my creators out there? Welcome back to the channel. Today, I'll be breaking down how to color correct log footage in just 4 essential steps. Exposure, white balance, saturation, and additional contrast. Log footage may look flat, but trust me, it holds amazing potential. Ready? Let's hop into it. So now that we're inside of Davinci Resolve, you want to hop into your color page, and the first thing you want to do is select your hero shot. A hero shot is basically the point in the image that looks the best to you that you want to use for color grading, and you want to stay on that shot. So I have my hero shot selected already, and remember this grade is only going to take 4 steps. So let's get our 4 nodes in here. First up, we have exposure. So now when I go to grade, I love using the curves tab, which can be found right here, to do just about, I won't say everything, but a lot. The way I adjust my exposure is I'll take this top point in the curves and I just bring it down or up. And as you can see in the waveform, it's being reflected there. So I kind of want to move the waveform up a little bit, raise exposure up so that the waveform is in the middle of the grid, like so. Now we can see a little before and after. Now for white balance, I go back over to my primaries and I click on this eyedropper right here. Then I move it to a point in the image that is supposed to be white. So subtle change, but necessary. And I actually think I may make this a little bit warmer just because that's how I like my images most times. Getting the white balance right ensures your image looks true to life and sets the foundation for the next steps. Now that we got our white balance situated, let's hop over to saturation. Okay, so don't overdo it. Subtlety is key. You want to push just enough color for your image to look vibrant, but not cartoonish. And then we want to increase our saturation to anywhere between 60 and 85. That's 85 for you. And I say 60 to 85 because this is what normally works for me. Anything above 85 seems a bit too much, a bit too cartoonish. And anything below 60 is pretty dull, I would say. So let's move this back to 85. If we do a little before and after, that saturation is there. And lastly, we're gonna do our contrast. So this is what's gonna make all the difference. We're gonna go back to our curves tab over here. And what we wanna do is take the bottommost point and the topmost point and compress them in on the graph so that the bottommost point is touching the end of the waveform and the topmost point is also touching the other end of the waveform. You can also, while you're doing this, look at your waveform scope. I don't like having it touch the bottom, but I do want it down there in that area between 0 and 128. So I think that's good. And then again, you want to take the topmost point, you want to bring it in to the end of the graph, which is about here. This restores the natural contrast of your footage and ensures your dynamic range stays intact. Let's check out the before and after of this contrast. That's before the contrast, that's after. We got exposure change first, then white balance, then saturation, then contrast. And it's that simple. A few tips that I could give you guys is that I always have my scope set to waveform. The only time I really change it is when I'm going to vector scope to get my skin tone right, but we can save that for another video. I suggest taking this method and building upon it to further your color grading skills. Want an even more polished look? Add a slight S-curve to your tone curve. This deepens shadows and adds richness to your highlights, giving your footage a polished, professional feel. And there you have it, color corrected log footage in just 4 simple steps. It's quick, it's effective, and it makes your footage pop. Hit that like button and subscribe for more tips on color grading. And if you have any comments, please leave them down below. See you guys in the next video.